At Nemarian Capital, we bring you the latest stock news each day. Please like and subscribe so we can bring these articles to you each day. Thank you.
Today, January 3, 2023, dear Bed Bath stock fans, mark your calendars for January 10th. The company will report November numbers next week. Bed Bath & Beyond will report its latest earnings on January 10th. Some analysts are assuming bankruptcy, while interim CEO Sue Gove tries to salvage the company. The fate of Bed Bath stock is teetering on a knife edge. Some investors are seeing hope for Bed Bath & Beyond, Nasdaq BBBY, stock as the company's upcoming earnings announcement on January 10 draws closer. The company has scheduled its earnings call for next week to discuss the numbers, which go through November. Now below $300 million, Bed Bath & Beyond's market capitalization has fallen in recent weeks as analysts speculate that the company won't survive 2023. If the company can survive, however, Bed Bath & Beyond is undervalued by almost any measure. Sales for the year are expected to reach $6 billion. Here's what investors should know about Bed Bath stock as earnings quickly approach. Hope for Beyond. The last few years have been brutal for retailers. For one, many small mall stores have been bought up by companies working with landlords like Simon Property Group. The department stores that once anchored those malls, like Macy's and Nordstrom, are also downsizing or going bankrupt. It's no better outside the mall. Tuesday morning is expected to go under the hammer through retail e-commerce ventures. Previously, they have taken brands like Pier 1 online and closed brick-and-mortar outlets. Bed Bath & Beyond tried to escape this fate by becoming home to curated house brands under former CEO Mark Tritton. The idea was to become something like a cross between Target and Restoration Hardware. But Tritton ran out of time and was let go in June 2022. Bed Bath stock also spent some time as a meme stock in 2021 before GameStop chairman Ryan Cohen sold his stake this past summer. The company once owned several other chains like Cost Plus World Market as well, which it sold. It still owns BBBY Baby, a baby products chain once considered highly valuable. Since June, CEO Sue Gove has been fighting to save Bed Bath & Beyond, closing stores and consolidating operations. The November numbers will show to what extent Gove has succeeded. What happens next? Come earnings next week, analysts will ask CEO Sue Gove a lot of questions about December. If they like the answers, Bed Bath stock could rise again. They will also likely ask about letters from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission about Bed Bath & Beyond's 2021 numbers. If analysts don't like what they hear, bankruptcy may be the only way out. Bed Bath stock alert: why the SEC wants info from Bed Bath & Beyond? Bed Bath stock has been plagued with supply chain issues. The Securities and Exchange Commission has requested information from Bed Bath & Beyond pertaining to its Form 10-K for 2021. The agency requested information on how supply chain disruptions affected the retailer. Shares of Bed Bath stock are down by over 10% today. Shares of Bed Bath & Beyond are in the spotlight, as the company recently disclosed that it had received an information request letter from the Securities and Exchange Commission relating to its Form 10-K, or annual report, for fiscal year 2021. Bed Bath submitted the report in February. The information request was dated September 27, although it wasn't disclosed to the public until last Friday. Bed Bath stock is down 10% amid the news. In the letter, the SEC requested more information on how supply chain disruptions affected the retailer during the second half of the fiscal year. The agency also requested details on if Bed Bath & Beyond has a plan to resolve these disruptions. In response, interim CEO Lauren Crossan stated, "As a result, the company does not believe at this time that there is any material direct long-term impacts of the fiscal 2021 supply chain disruptions and thus no significant mitigation efforts have been undertaken." Crossan also added that a supply chain disruption mitigation plan wasn't implemented due to the company's strategy shift of importing more own brand products from domestic suppliers. SEC requests info from Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath & Beyond experienced several supply chain disruptions last year. During the end of the year, It was reported the retailer's relationship with several of its suppliers had faltered due to delayed payments. Furthermore, some suppliers reported having unpaid invoices from as far as January. That certainly seems to be a long-term impact from supply chain disruptions. After receiving the letter, Bed Bath stated that supply chain challenges related to inventory issues had caused a sales decline of $275 million. These issues led to gross margin declining by between 3% and 4% during fourth quarter due to higher transportation costs. Meanwhile, Bed Bath has begun adding more supply chain risk factors to its quarterly earnings, which began during second quarter of 2022. The company will also begin to provide its key operating metrics more uniformly. This will be in the form of dollar and basis point impacts to gross margin, supplemental comparable revenue information, and other impacts to selling, general, and administrative expenses.
Thanks for watching Numerian Capital News. Please come back tomorrow for another stock news update. Thank you.